Okay, my real name is Richard Knoll, but I've been called Beetle for 60 years. And so how that happened was I used to work on drilling rig. And when we was on the rig, we pulled a wet drill stem full of oil and stuff. And when we went in there to clean up, my brother-in-law was a driller and my brother was working derricks. And they looked back at the end of the bunkhouse there, and while I was cleaning up, said, "He looks like that Beetle Bailey." And I was 17 or 18 then, and so it stuck through all these years. Most people, if you tell them my real name, they won't know. I have people that never knew my name that's come up like 50 years and said, "I only know him by Beetle." So anyway, that's how that came about. And how the book originally come about was like I said, my daughter, after, about 5 years ago, after all this time, she was asking me different things and she never did before, and so I just had the briefcase locked away for already about 50 years, and I just handed it to her, and she told me, said, "Dad," when she went through it, she said, "You got to write a book." And I said, "Oh, you got to be kidding. Now, you got to write a book. It is most unusual," because she buys a lot of war books and different things, and she said, "This is entirely different than anything that I ever had." So then we went to work on it, and I went to Arizona for 30 years in the winter, and that winter was kind of cooler than usual, so I just locked myself in and started writing the book. Because 2 years before that, she handed me tape recorders and books and stuff to write, and I just didn't do it. But I said, "Well, okay, I'll go ahead and do it." So that's how that came. So anyway, what I was in, I was 5th Battalion, 7th Cavalry, Air Mobile, Charlie Company. It was my duties in Vietnam was I was going to firefights. We'd fly in anywhere between 20, 30, sometimes 40 miles an hour, come to a pretty well complete stop, and there's no doors on it, so you would just jump out. You just maybe 8, 10 feet off the ground. They had to get going because the bullets would be flying all around, and so a lot of times the guys were like clay pigeons coming out of there, get shot, and we'd try to hurry up and throw them back on so they could get going, so to relieve the other guys. So that was my duties. And then also when I wasn't doing air mobile, then we went through the jungle and things, and I had my duties there carrying the 50 caliber machine gun or ammo and stuff like that going through the jungle. I got the Air Medal for 25 combat missions and 2 Purple Hearts. And the Air Medal, I'm pretty proud of it. And then another reason in the book why we wrote it too is if you ain't in the Lord's Army, get there. And if you really went through a lot of things and you're hurt and everything's look around, there's always somebody worse. And then the third thing why we decided to write the book was other veterans and stuff that can relate with how when we came back home we wasn't too welcomed and everything, and so you could relate to that. So that was the main reason for the book.
And where could people get a copy?
You can get a copy here at Graceful Arts or Amazon and whatever. We got other little cards that they can pick up from Robin, my daughter, and here in town, 304 Barnes Street, there in the corner there. She has a lot of the literature and the different things in the books. They can get some there too.
Okay. What's your daughter's name?
Robin Kopf, Kopf. Yep. And so she's the one that really motivated me to do it. So she put a lot of time and work in it and everything. Yep.